And for more on this, let's bring in NBC's Jennifer Bjorklund, who joins us now from Pacific Palisades, California. Jennifer, thank you for joining us. And I can see just by the fact you're wearing that mask and those goggles, the air quality and the situation must be horrific right now.
It's terrible, Roger. In fact, I was just commenting, why is my mouth full of sand when I have this mask on? This wind is blowing. My hands are black from just the air just blowing by. This wind has been relentless for the last 24 hours. And you mentioned our LA County Fire Chief with those 2 deaths that he was talking about. He also mentioned that there are countless injuries to people who did not evacuate as were directed. So that's another thing to keep in mind, that there were a lot of people who thought that they could do their usual, let's fight this with our garden hoses. And this fire actually was such a blowtorch coming counterintuitively down the hill toward the water in such a way that was so fast that water that you would throw on it would evaporate before it even hit the flames. And that was another one of the challenges they faced overnight, especially with the air attack, which is usually their best tool in the overnight hours when the winds typically die down. They did not do that last night. And those choppers become less effective and more dangerous to operate. And as they come in for drops, the water evaporates before it even hits and it blows away. So they don't put lives at risk to run those operations. So mostly the fire crews were just able to run from place to place and try to keep fires contained to certain homes and not to hopscotch to others. But, you know, the embers are moving, and it was like an absolute firebomb coming down this mountain that took out much of the neighborhood that is known as Pacific Palisades, which is wedged right between Malibu and Santa Monica. Here, right at the beach where we are standing is where Baywatch was filmed and made this area famous. But this is what it looks like now. It is almost like evening, dusk. It's the middle of the day here, but it feels like a very, very dark day. As it is all across Los Angeles, as these winds continue to blow and are expected to blow at least through the weekend before firefighters actually get a real break that they might be able to make some progress on any of these fires burning in the region. And
a couple of questions I'll ask you right now. The winds, we've heard gusts of up to 160 kilometers an hour, some frightening images of the fire tornadoes almost. And also we heard reports that they ran out of water trying to fight the fires.
Yeah, they did. They had several tanks. Now, this is a municipal water supply. We are not out in the country. We are not out in the forest. This is the city. So things are a little bit different. And they had 3 big reservoirs full, ready to fight these fires. The first one ran out. The second one ran out about 2 in the morning, I think, is what our water district person said. The third one just ran out. And they can't, I mean, they have to take from the city water supply. And, you know, California isn't real big on extra water lying around. So it's been a real battle just from a logistical standpoint. So, yeah, that was another big problem that continues throughout this firefight. I got to say, in the last few seconds while we've been talking, this wind has died down, and it's actually, well, there you go. It's back up again, but it's actually been pretty good for the last few minutes.
And just one last question before we go. There've been thousands of evacuations. Are we expecting more, or are they optimistic that a lot of other people will be able to stay for now? That's a rough one. You know, they're telling everybody just have a plan and know where you would go if you had to evacuate. People who thought they were fine went to work yesterday from Pacific Palisades because the fire was up high on the hill, and conventional wisdom is the fire burns uphill and burns its way out as soon as it reaches the top. Well, as you can tell, that's the hill. The wind's still coming this way. It's been blowing that way for the last 24 hours. All those people who thought they were fine came home, or were unable to come home, but thought, oh, I'll get there tomorrow when they reopen it to us. Their houses, their neighborhoods are gone today. So this is the kind of thing where you think, well, you know, if you're going to leave your house, make sure you have somewhere else to go and take your valuables with you just in case, because it's very unpredictable. Neighborhoods that are never in danger in general are on the other side of it right now.
Okay, Jennifer, thank you very much for that update for us. We appreciate it. Stay safe.